everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, subscribe, post, comment, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media, all of my YouTube pages as well. Please go down there and subscribe to my YouTube pages. Turn on your notifications. Also, follow me across all of my social media platforms. Talk to me. I'll talk back. I love going back and forth with folks. So I want to thank everyone that gets involved in all of those links that are down there any way that they can. Now, with that said, I'm here to talk to you folks about the Jets versus the Browns. Boy, oh boy, listen, there's a lot of things that have happened, a lot of things that have transpired, and we're going to get into it. I also want to wish everyone a happy holidays as well. As you can see, my background has changed a bit. I'm traveling, I'm on the road. But I hope everyone's having a good time with their families, enjoying themselves, having a blast. Please be safe, everybody. There's a lot of things going on in the world, but I want to make sure everyone's having a good time with their families and enjoying themselves and remaining safe. So I hope everyone's having a good time. But I'm going to start with the Jets defense, in this game. Look at the situation. There was a lot of things I was thinking about this matchup with the Browns, all of the weapons that they have, the team, and then boom, all of a sudden you get news that there has been, a member of the Browns that has been, dealing with the Roro, and some of these players have been in contact with the person that was at the facility and that had the Roro. Okay. For those of you that don't know what the Roro is, it's one of the reasons why we're wearing masks. Okay, everyone knows why we're wearing masks. They're walking around. There's a lot of things going on in this world. I don't want to say it because YouTube be tripping, but we call that the Roro. Okay, so everyone's at the Browns facility. Things are moving and shaking. They've shut down their facility. Their plane to New Jersey was delayed because of it. And so I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of things, moving and shaking over there. A lot of things going on. They started adding players to the Roro list that they have, so those players are not going to play. They also came out with a list of players that are high, designated high risk as well to possibly have the Roro that they're not gonna send either. And guess what? They could be without damn near all of their wide receivers, if not at least their top three wide receivers, and they could also be playing without their tight ends. And I said, whoa, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. Pretty much, a lot of the threats and weapons that we were worried about. And I hope everyone's okay, and I hope everybody, comes out of it okay from the Browns. Again, they're still making things happen over there, and things are still being announced as I'm filming this video. But wow, things are crazy, and a lot of the weaponry that we were looking at, they're not going to have in this football game. And so the first thing in my mind was, hey, we got to generate pressure on Baker Mayfield somehow, some way. If we get to him early and often and bang him around, I do believe that Baker's going to make some mistakes and turn the football over. We all know that Quinnen Williams, one of the main guys that we would look to, hey, can you push the pocket? Can you cause some havoc? Can you, somehow just get a QB off his spot and make him, run around, hurry him? He's not going to be playing. He's dealing with a concussion. He's dealing with also some neck injuries, and they put him on IR, so he's done for the rest of the season. We're also going to be done. We'll also be without Javon Gundry as well, our corner. He's dealing with the injury. He's doubtful to play, so he's not going to be playing in this football game more than likely. So we're down Quinnen Williams in the corner. So I'm thinking guys like Nathan Shepard, Franklin Myers, other guys in our defensive line, Henry Anderson, all those guys. We've got to step up and find some way to get to Baker Mayfield early and often. Outside of that, I think because of the issues that they're having with the Roro, the guys that are now on their list that are not going to be playing, I think that their game plan is going to change significantly. And I think what we'll see them come out and try to run at us hard and heavy. Chubb will get a really steady dose of Chubb and a very steady dose of Kareem Hunt and the other running backs that they have. We have to be prepared for that. We cannot allow the Browns to run the football down our throats because that's more than likely what they're going to come in and do. We've given up yards on the ground before this year. There have definitely been some teams that have scorched us. We cannot allow the Browns to do that. Also, our linebacking core is going to be tested in this football game as well. We're a little thin in backer. We just brought 3 guys in, today, off of free agency list. Listen, these guys that we're bringing in, hopefully they'll have them spread out just a little bit. But other than that, again, the main guys that we're going to have, the backers that we have out there. Listen, this Browns running back tandem of Hunt and Chubb, these guys can come out the backfield and catch the football. Let's not lose sight of that, okay? These guys can come out the backfield and catch the football, and they can scorch us that way. So we must be prepared for that too. I want to see how the Jets defense and how Frank Bush is going to make sure that this Jets defense ready and prepared for this. Because again, what they're dealing with, they're going to be without some of the other weapons, so they're going to be a little bit depleted. So we have to make the adjustment for the plan that they're going to bring out. They're not going to just come out and lay down. That's a fact. They're not going to come out and lay down. But they're definitely going to make an adjustment to the plans that they have because of the guys that they're missing. So when you go up to the Jets offense, oh boy, listen. Sean Jefferson, our wide receiver coach, he's dealing with, the row. So he's on the row list. He's not going to be traveling with us. So we're looking at the situation with this offense right now. We get Perine back. He's been activated. Hopefully they give him some snaps and he plays in this football game. So that's a weapon added for us, a guy that we've seen have some, solid success in our offensive scheme. So I look at this situation and I say, when you look at the Browns defense, whoa, they got some guys that can get after it. Garrett, Vernon, even Sheldon Richardson, Obi Gunjobi. That's a guy that's a very good defensive lineman in this league, uses his hands very well, very strong guy, can push the pocket and get after it. Listen, we got to make sure that Sam is protected in this football game. And we all know the mishposh that's been going on with our offensive line at times. It looks horrific. It looks horrific, particularly in pass blocking. So we've got to make sure that we have a solid plan put together. Against the Rams, we were all shocked that the game plan was get the ball out of Sam's hands extremely quick. That was the game plan. Get the ball out of his hands, let other guys make plays. Let's go, up tempo, let's keep it moving. And Sam played extremely well in that system. That let's fly, let's make plays, let's roll. And I think we have to do the same thing against the Browns. You cannot sit back and let a guy like Myles Garrett or let a guy like Vernon, even Sheldon Richardson. Again, I know he's dealing with the injury, but if he plays. Because he's just questionable. But if he plays, Sheldon can cause some havoc as well, too. We have to make sure that it's up-tempo when we get the ball out of hands. And also, like we did against the Rams, we have to run the ball fairly well as well. We have to do that. And again, Ty Johnson, Adams, Perine, those three backs could get it done. Hell, we saw Ty Johnson really come out and do some great things. You can already see it coming that they're going to run Frank Gore into the ground. But again, you have to give the ball in the hands of these young guys. You have to see what these guys have, especially with Perine coming back. Again, Ty Johnson and Adams really showing promise. You have to get these guys the football. I also want to see Ty Johnson being utilized in the receiving game like he was in the last game too. This is a guy that made a play. You scored our touchdown. You know what I'm saying? He was out there doing his thing. I want to see more of this kid, but we've got to protect Sam Darnold. We've got to get the ball out of his hands quickly, and we also have to draw up plays to get the ball to Mims. This is a guy that's phenomenal and really coming about as a young wide receiver, so I want to see us be able to score points. This is a game that I look at, and I think the Jets can win this football game. I truly believe that's probably what's going to happen, especially when you look at the stuff that's going on with the Browns. They're dealing with the row. A lot of their guys, are not going to be playing. They've been thrown off quite a bit. So this is a football game that I think the Jets can win. If people didn't think that they can win before, with all the things that's going on now, I definitely think it's slid a little bit more in the Jets' favor. So please comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you feel about the Jets going into this game? What are your thoughts about what's going on with the Browns? Again, things are still moving and shaking. There's probably going to be more names added to the rower list that they have over there. So it might be more guys that aren't going to be traveling, and playing in the game. How do you feel about the Jets defense? Do you think they'll be able to match up well? Do you think they'll be able to stop the run? And what are your thoughts about the Jets offense? Do you think the Jets offense will be able to come out and put up points early? So please comment down below. I love going back and forth with you folks. People have a good one. Peace.